Undertale, the power of determination gives the main protagonist the power to not die. Kinda. It's hard to explain. It all takes place in a game, and they all know that, but also they're stuck in a time loop. Anyway, the main point is that humans have determination that allows their soul to be strong enough to live outside their body, and this determination also gives you the ability to resurrect yourself after dying if you super duper really want to. So if only humans have determination, then how come Undyne has the ability to resurrect herself? I'll tell you how. Through the power of lesbian love. Sort of. EricHermit opened my eyes to the fact that Undyne doesn't die, and true love did a horrible thing. If you fight Undyne in the normal or bad kid playthroughs, you can kill her. By the way, Toby Fox does not like it when people call the bad kid version of the game the Genocide playthrough. Back to what I was saying. Through the power of determination, she can resurrect herself after being killed the first time. Maybe she's just that badass and filled with her own natural determination, but maybe not. You have to remember whom her best friend and potential girlfriend is. An evil scientist. You see, when Undyne actually dies the second time, she melts in a very similar fashion to an amalgamate. But what is an amalgamate? In the true pacifist ending, you find yourself in the true lab, a place where you discover that Alphys did experiments on monsters by dosing them with determination. This caused them to become deformed, meld together, and be super creepy. These monsters were called amalgamates. Undyne mentions that Alphys sometimes gives her a special snack. Ugh, ice cream? Sugary? Cold? Talk about gross! Now this chili pink stuff that Alphys makes me? That rules. I'll also drink it if it's heated up. This pink goo could very much be small doses of determination, much smaller than she ever gave her older experiments. Maybe Alphys never wanted Undyne to die in her adventures and was experimenting on her in tiny doses. Alphys says later on that she makes special ice cream for Undyne. And here is where people usually dismiss everything. It's just special ice cream that Alphys makes for Undyne. So I thought I really needed something to add to what others might have suspected, to make sure people believe. The pink goo is found inside Alphys' lab. It is being made in a machine that is using seagrass. This seagrass is under special scientific protection, which is the reason why Undyne stops chasing Fisk when they run away from her in the seagrass. Maybe that seagrass is where Alphys has been harvesting the determination for all of her experiments. But how could seagrass have determination? Well, I have a theory for that as well. Undyne says, if those shoes fit Fisk, then one can assume that those shoes once belonged to another child. I think that one of the human children that fell down here was not captured and killed, but rather died for other reasons in that seagrass. Their body has since decayed and the seagrass eats their body, thereby absorbing the child's determination. And those old shoes that are usually there once belonged to that forgotten child. So just to make it clear, a child died in the seaweed, then the child's body rotted and the seaweed has been slowly eating it. Alphys takes the seaweed and makes the pink goo that she gave the dead monsters that turned into amalgamates. And then Undyne had a small amount of the pink goo as well as a part of a side experiment. So now Undyne has a small amount of determination. Just enough for one resurrection if she really needs to survive. Remember that you can only resurrect yourself with determination if you really want it. Alphys often says that she has done terrible things, and Alphys has a tendency to lie a lot.
A fraud. I'm the royal scientist, but all I've ever done is hurt people. I've told her so many lies, she thinks I'm...
In addition to accidentally hurting the people she cares about or wants to help by doing morally messed up stuff. Much like with Metaton, who used to be a ghost that Alphys gave a body to. They initially bonded over anime and became friends, but Alphys seemed to have betrayed him at one point. In one log in the True Lab, Alphys says that she fears that Mettaton won't talk to her anymore after giving him his new body.
Dear Diary, she surprised me with something today. Sketches of a body that she wants to create for me. A form beyond my wildest fantasies. If in a form like that, I could finally feel like myself. After all, there's no way I can be a star the way I am now.
Probably because she told him she would give him a new body, but not that his new body would make him a human hunting machine. Despite the programming not actually forcing him to be a human hunter, he might still have resented her for trying to make him that way, explaining why he was mean to her for so long. If Alphys is willing to do that to her one friend, then she will be willing to do more experiments to Undyne as well. Alphys doesn't seem to have a completely well-balanced moral compass. She loves to watch a ton of anime, and honestly, this seems like a super anime way of showing affection. By slowly experimenting on your true love to give them superpowers that could have killed them, but it ended up okay, thereby making anime real.